1973. This is a reenactment in 2007. World's best-selling pager. In 1991, Motorola demonstrated the world's first working prototype digital cellular system and phones using GSM standard in Hanover, Germany. Later that same year, Motorola along with Apple and IBM formed the AIM Alliance, which helped created the PowerPC CPUs. In 1994, Motorola introduced the world's first commercial digital radio system that combined paging, data and cellular communications and voice dispatch in a single radio network and handset. In 1995, Motorola introduced the world's first two-way pager, which allowed users to receive text messages and email and reply with a standard response. In 1996, Motorola released the Motorola StarMax, which was a Macintosh clone that was licensed by Apple, and it came with System 7. However, with the return of Steve Jobs to Apple in 1997, Apple released macOS 8. Because the clone maker's licenses were valid only for Apple's System 7 operating system, Apple's release of macOS 8 left the clone manufacturers without the ability to ship a current macOS version without negotiation with Apple. 26. A heated telephone conversation between Jobs and Motorola CEO Christopher Galvin resulted in the termination of Motorola's clone contract, the discontinuation of the Motorola StarMax, and the long-favored Apple being demoted to just another customer mainly for PowerPC CPUs. Apple and Jobs didn't want Motorola to limit the PowerPC CPU supply, so as retaliation, Apple and IBM expelled Motorola from the AIM Alliance and forced Motorola to stop producing any PowerPC CPUs, leaving IBM to make all future PowerPC CPUs. However, Motorola was later reinstated into the alliance in 1998. 27. In 1998, Motorola was overtaken by Nokia as the world's biggest seller of mobile phone handsets. 20. On the 15th of September, 1999, Motorola announced it would buy General Instrument in an $11 billion stock swap. General Instrument had long been the #1 cable TV equipment provider, supplying cable operators with end-to-end hybrid fiber coax cable solutions. This meant that GI offers all cable TV transmission network components from the head end to the fiber optic transmission nodes to the cable set-top boxes, now at the availability of Motorola. GI's acquisition created the broadband communications sector, BCS. In 1999, Motorola separated a portion of its semiconductor business, the Semiconductor Components Group, SCG, and formed ON Semiconductor, whose headquarters are located in Phoenix, Arizona. 28. After 2000. In June 2000, Motorola and Cisco supplied the world's first commercial GPRS cellular network to BT Cellnet in the United Kingdom. The world's first GPRS cell phone was also developed by Motorola. In August 2000, with recent acquisitions, Motorola reached its peak employment of 150,000 employees worldwide. 29. 2 years later, employment would be at 93,000 due to layoffs and spin-offs. In 2002, Motorola introduced the world's first wireless cable modem gateway, which combined a high-speed cable modem router with an Ethernet switch and wireless home gateway. In 2003, Motorola introduced the world's first handset to combine a Linux operating system and Java technology with full PDA functionality. In 2004, Motorola divested its whole semiconductor business to form Freescale Semiconductor and left the AIM Alliance. The Motorola RAS line sold over 120 million units, which brought the company to the #2 mobile phone slot in 2005. In June 2005, Motorola overtook the intellectual property of Sendo for $30,000 and paid £362,575 for the plant, machinery and equipment. 30. In June 2006, Motorola acquired the software platform, Agile, developed by the British company TTP Communications plc. 31. Later in 2006, the firm announced a music subscription service named iRadio. The technology came after a break in a partnership with Apple Computer, which in 2005 had produced on iTunes-compatible cell phone Rocker E1, and most recently, mid-2007, its own iPhone. iRadio has many similarities with existing satellite radio services, such as Sirius and XM Radio, by offering live streams of commercial-free music content. Unlike satellite services, however, iRadio content will be downloaded via a broadband internet connection. As of 2008, iRadio has not been commercially released and no further information is available. 32. In 2007, Motorola acquired Symbol Technologies to provide products and systems for enterprise mobility solutions, including rugged mobile computing, advanced data capture, and radio frequency identification, RFID. In 2010, Motorola sold its cellular infrastructure business to Nokia Siemens Networks for $1.2 billion. Motorola, post-split. In January 2011, Motorola split into two separate companies, each still using the word Motorola as part of its name. One company, Motorola Solutions, using a blue version of the Motorola logo, is based in the Chicago suburb of Schaumburg, Illinois, and concentrates on police technologies, radios, and commercial needs. The other company, Motorola Mobility, using a red logo, is based in Chicago, formerly in the Chicago suburb of Libertyville, Illinois, and is the mobile handset producer. The split was structured so that Motorola Solutions was the legal successor of the original Motorola, while Motorola Mobility was the spin-off. On the 15th of August, 2011, Google announced that it would purchase Motorola Mobility for about $12.5 billion. 33. On the 17th of November, 2011, Motorola Mobility stockholders voted overwhelmingly to approve the proposed merger with Google Inc. 34. On the 22nd of May, 2012, Google announced that the acquisition of Motorola Mobility Holdings, Inc. had closed, with Google acquiring MMI for $40 per share in cash. $12.5 billion. 35. On the 30th of October, 2014, Google sold off Motorola Mobility to Lenovo. The purchase price weighs approximately $2.91 billion, subject to certain adjustments, including $1.41 billion paid at close, $660 million in cash and $750 million in Lenovo ordinary shares, subject to a share cap /floor. The remaining $1.5 billion was paid in the form of a 3-year promissory note. After the purchase, Google maintained ownership of the vast majority of the Motorola Mobility patent portfolio, including current patent applications and invention disclosures, while Lenovo received a license to the portfolio of patents and other intellectual property. Additionally, Lenovo received over 2,000 patent assets, as well as the Motorola Mobility brand and trademark portfolio. 36. Divisional products. SAD Smiley. 37. Enterprise Mobility Solutions, headquarters located in Schaumburg, Illinois, comprises communications offered to government and public safety sectors and enterprise mobility. Business. Motorola develops analog and digital two-way radio, voice and data communications products and systems, mobile computing, advanced data capture, wireless infrastructure and RFID solutions to customers worldwide. Home and Networks Mobility, headquarters located in Arlington Heights, Illinois, produces end-to-end systems that facilitate uninterrupted access to digital entertainment, information and communications services via wired and wireless mediums. Motorola develops digital video system solutions, interactive set-top devices, voice and data modems for digital subscriber line and cable networks, broadband access systems for cable and satellite television operators, and also wireline carriers and wireless service providers. Mobile Devices, headquarters located in Chicago, Illinois, designs wireless handsets. Butte also licenses much of its intellectual properties. This includes cellular and wireless systems and as well as integrated applications and Bluetooth accessories. Some of their latest gadgets are Moto X Gen 3, Moto X Play, Moto 360 smartwatch, etc. Finances. Motorola's handset division recorded a loss of $1.2 billion in the fourth quarter of 2007, while the company as a whole earned $100 million during that quarter. 38. It lost several key executives to rivals. 39. And the website Trusted Reviews called the company's products repetitive and uninnovative. 40. Motorola laid off 3,500 workers in January 2008, 41, followed by a further 4,000 job cuts in June, 42, and another 20% cut of its research division a few days later. 43, in July 2008, a large number of executives left Motorola to work on Apple Inc.'s iPhone. 44. The company's handset division was also put on offer for sale. 45. Also that month, analyst Mark McKechnie from American Technology Research said that Motorola would be lucky to fetch $500 million for selling its handset business. Analyst Richard Windsor said that Motorola might have to pay someone to take the division off the company's hands, and that Motorola may even exit the handset market altogether. 46. Its global market share has been on the decline. From 18.4% of the market in 2007, the company had a share of just 6.0% by Q1 2009. But at last Motorola scored a profit of $26 million in Q2 and showed an increase of 12% in stocks for the first time after losses in many quarters. During the second quarter of 2010, the company reported a profit of $162 million, which compared very favorably to the $26 million earned for the same period the year before. Its Mobile Devices division reported, for the first time in years, earnings of $87 million. 47. Spin-offs. Television and radio manufacturing. In 1974, Motorola divested itself of its television and radio manufacturing division, which included the Quasar brand of electronics. This division was acquired by Matsushita, already known under its Panasonic brand in North America, where it was looking to expand. Iridium. Motorola developed the global communication network using a set of 77 satellites. The business ambitions behind this project and the need to raise venture capital to fund the project led to the creation of the Iridium Company in the late 1990s. While the technology was proven to work, Iridium failed to attract sufficient customers and it filed for bankruptcy in 1999. Obligations to Motorola and loss of expected revenue caused Motorola to divest the ON Semiconductor, ONNN, business the 4th of August, 1999, raising about $1.1 billion. Motorola manufactured two satellite phone handsets for this network, the 9500 and 9505, as well as transceiver units. Some of these are still in production by an OEM but sold under the Iridium brand. Government and defense. Due to declines in business in 2000 and 2001, Motorola spun off its government and defense business to General Dynamics. The business deal closed September 2001. Thus GD Decision Systems was formed, and later merged with General Dynamics C4 Systems, from Motorola's Integrated Information Systems Group. Semiconductor. On the 4th of August 1999, Motorola, Inc.'s Semiconductor Components Group, manufacturing Motorola's discrete, standard analog and standard logic devices, was spun off, recapitalized and established as an independent company named ON Semiconductor. On the 16th of October 2004, Motorola announced that it would spin off its semiconductor products sector into a separate company called Freescale Semiconductor, Incorporated. The new company began trading on the New York Stock Exchange on the 16th of July of the following year. On the 7th of December 2015, Freescale Incorporated merged with NXP Semiconductors, a European company. Automotive. On the 29th of January 1988, Motorola sold its Arcade, New York facility and automotive alternators, electromechanical speedometers and tachometers products to Prestolite Electric. 48. In July 2006, Motorola completed the sale of its automotive business to Continental AG. Motorola's automotive unit had annual sales of $1.6 billion, 1.33 billion euros, and employed 4,504. The division's products included telematics systems, like Graham's OnStar used for vehicle navigation and safety services, engine and transmission control electronics, vehicle control, electronics and sensors used in steering, braking, and power doors and power windows. Biometrics. In 2000, Motorola acquired Printrack International Incorporated, 49, for $160 million. 50. In doing so, Motorola not only acquired computer-aided dispatch and related software, but also acquired automated fingerprint identification system software. 51. In October 2008, Motorola agreed to sell its biometrics business to Safran, a French defense firm. Motorola's biometric business unit was headquartered in Anaheim, Cardiff. The deal closed in April 2009. 52. The unit became part of Sagem Morpho, which was renamed MorphoTrack. Split. On the 26th of March 2008, Motorola's board of directors approved a split into two different publicly traded companies. This came after talk of selling the company to another corporation. These new companies would comprise the business units of the current Motorola Mobile Devices and Motorola Broadband and Mobility Solutions. Originally it was expected that this action would be approved by regulatory bodies and complete by mid-2009. But the split was delayed due to company restructuring problems and the 2008-2009 extreme economic downturn. 53. On the 11th of February 2010, Motorola announced its separation into two independent, publicly traded companies. 54. Effective Q1 2011. The official split occurred at around 12 p.m. East on January 4, 2011. The two new companies are called Motorola Mobility, now owned by Lenovo, Cell Phone and Cable Television Equipment Company, and Motorola Solutions, NYSE, MSI, Government and Enterprise Business. Motorola Solutions is generally considered to be the direct successor to Motorola, Inc., as the reorganization was structured with Motorola Mobility being spun off. 6. Motorola Solutions retains Motorola, Inc.'s pre-2011 stock price history, though it retired the old ticker symbol of MO in favor of MSI. Motorola Mobility deal by Google. On the 15th of August, 2011, 7 months after Motorola Mobility was spun off into an independent company, Google announced that it would acquire Motorola Mobility for $12.5 billion, 56, subject to approval from regulators in the United States and Europe. According to the filing, Google Senior Vice President Andy Rubin first reached out to Motorola